Some people say that it is what keeps the world going. Some people keep going after it like hamsters on a wheel. Some people talk about money, while others have it in their hands. Money doesn't care about how you feel about yourself, what you believe, where you live, or what you want to do with your life. You either have money or you don't, and you either make money or you spend money. Before watching this video, some of you might not have known that money acts like a force in society. There are rules and laws that govern how capital today is made and how it works. Here are 15 rules about money that will change the way you think about money. Please take notes, because this is the best investment you can make in yourself today. We applaud you for taking the time, so let's get started. Rule number 1, money doesn't make people different. It shows what kind of people they are. Money can be thought of as a magnifying glass. Whatever traits were hidden before are now 10 times bigger, and people can see them with the same magnifying glass lights, which are the first thing that makes these traits come to life. If you were a jerk before you got rich, you're still a jerk with a bigger bank account now. If you were humble and kind before, the other side of the coin is also true. When you make it money, nothing will change. Acts like gasoline as well. It adds to the fire. It lets you move faster so you can learn faster. It lets you get more tools, toys, and other things. It all depends on who you are and where you want to use its power. People don't change when they get money. Instead, it takes away the danger of being poor and lets them be who they really are. Rule number 2, don't spend money before you get it. Spend money you haven't yet earned if you always want to be poor. This is why most people never get out of poverty. They borrow money to buy things they don't really need or can't really afford. So, who is to blame? Some people say that the media is pushing products on these people, promising them happiness and the respect of their peers. Others say it's because you don't learn these things in school, but when you max out your credit card to buy a new TV, it's a personal choice. You are aware of the kind of decision you are making. Even though the TV is smart, it's not a smart purchase. It's because of vanity, and you're giving up your future for your present. People spend more than they can afford on things, which is why they'll never be able to break the cycle. They're too busy trying to catch up with the present to move into the future. Rule number 3, instead of trying to get money, be a money magnet. We know this rule sounds cheesy, like some kind of law of attraction nonsense, but it's not. It's actually a lot deeper than positive thinking and the universe giving you your ideal life. This rule has 2 parts that can be separated. First, don't go after money. This means that when you're running toward money, you're always behind it. You don't have money because you're stuck in this rat race, this hamster wheel, where you're not getting anywhere. As long as you keep chasing money, it will keep getting away from you. The money is the road runner, and you are the coyote. No one likes being hunted down and caught. So you can be sure that it will always run away when it sees you. The second part is about getting money by making yourself so valuable that money comes to you because of your skills and abilities. Let us explain. The more valuable you are as a person, the more people will want you to help them solve their problems. If you can help them, they will gladly go get money and bring it to you. This is the fund. The difference in how people who get value and people who make value think. One person spends money and the other gets money. The more valuable you are, the more money you will get. Rule number 4, spend your time before you spend your money. Most people think that you need money to make money, so this is the main thing that keeps them from starting. What these people never learned is that time is more valuable than money, and when you're just starting out, you probably have a lot of time that you're wasting. On average, it takes 7 years to build a business, no matter when you start. 10 if you aren't as smart, and 5 if you already have some money. But time is still a requirement. You're smart to know that if you start right away, you'll get there faster. You chose to spend a few minutes of your valuable Sunday time with us, and we can't thank you enough. You can learn a lot from things like locks, but you need to get your hands dirty. You have to be in the field, whether it's in real life or online. People can't find 2 hours a day to work on their side project, but they spend thousands of hours playing video games or binge watching Netflix. If you're not rich, it's not because you don't have money, it's because you're not using your time well. Rule 5, the more you learn, the more money you will make. When it comes to learning, this is a very important difference to make. For us, learning is about getting information that can be used to make your life and the lives of other people better. That's what it means to learn. Nobody cares. You do if you know every Pokemon or 38th digit of pi. It's not worth anything. Life is not a small matter. Show that knowledge that can't be used in the real world is not knowledge. It's nothing. Use what you learn to build yourself a ladder out of this hole of mediocrity. Most of us start our journeys by learning how to build each step, and then we go ahead and do it. If your parents made you a ladder, use it. If someone else has written about how ladders are made, read them. In this game of life, we all get different cards. It's possible that some holes go deeper than others. But there is usually only one way out. Learn, make an escape, drink tea, and teach. If you want to make money, you have to know how it's made. You have to work at making money until you get really good at it, just like you have to practice playing the guitar until you stop sounding like crap. If you put in more time, you might even get good at it. This is a rule that applies to every skill in life. First, you learn, and then you take out. If you want to change your life, you should start with the basics and then build on them. You're lucky, because there are a lot of ways for you to learn whatever you need to know. If we had to tell you where to start, we would tell you to read The Richest Man in Babylon, make notes, and then read it again. Don't read it again for a year. Then, the next year, you can finish it in one sitting, and that's all you need to get started on your journey. Even better, sign up at alux.com/freebook. If you do, you can get a free copy of this audiobook. Our friends at Audible helped us out. Congratulations! Because you're growing up in the best time ever to learn. Education costs nothing. You just need to reach for it and use it. Rule number 6, don't let money control you. Still, no one wants to be a slave right now. We are making ourselves slaves by the way society works. We have created this amazing tool called debt. Some people use it to break free, while others lose the freedom they already had. When you borrow money, bad debt is just the newest way to make you a slave. Your life is no longer yours, no matter why. It belongs to the people who loaned you the money. You will have to give up hours of your life so that the money from that work can go to someone else. We don't know what slavery is, but that's not it. Money is always going back and forth between who has it and who has it. Your only goal is to be in charge of money, because not being in charge of money is a terrible thing. Once you do, your money will keep you safe, grow and work for you. 7th rule, you have to charm money. Don't let money seduce you. This is a change to the rule. The 6th, money is hard to keep. It can do tricks and is dangerous because of what it can do. In the same way, A knife in the hands of a professional sushi chef is a loyal servant, but in the hands of a child, it becomes dangerous. Money is appealing because it shows you all the things you can do with it. It's easy to fall for its charms because who wouldn't want to live out their dreams? But this is exactly how you lose money. When you give in, you open the door for your money to leave. You've seen it happen many times with people who made a lot of money but are now broke and unhappy. A few years later, our channel is full of stories of people whose lives were ruined by an influx of money because they didn't know how to control or master it. Don't let money lure you in, see it for what it really is. A tool. Rule number 8, if you don't plant the right seeds, money won't grow on trees. People only know about the first half of the rule, for some reason. Whoever has planted an apple tree before knows what it takes to get apples. You have to find the seed first, then the right soil, water it, care for it, protect it from outside forces, give it enough time, sunshine, and care, and you'll be able to eat your apples. This is the same way that people get rich. You've never done the right things or planted the right seeds. You don't have your own money tree because of this. In real life, we call these things businesses or investments. Even the biggest tree began as a small seed. Apple trees don't grow from seeds on their own, though. If you put it on a shelf by itself, these seeds that we're talking about will never grow. There are seeds everywhere, and the best part is that they're free. We gave them away because it's not the seed that makes the tree, it's the gardener who takes the seed and turns it into something valuable. You take care of the garden. The ideas are the seeds. What you do with these ideas is your money tree. And if you're willing to put in the time to make them grow, you'll know that this didn't happen overnight. The sooner you plant this seed and start taking care of it, the sooner you can eat those damn apples. Rule number 9, don't let money get bored. Money doesn't like to be bored. It really hates it. Most of the time, it dies or goes to someone else. No one knows how to use it. Money is like a Mako shark in a way. It has to keep moving forward. If money wants to stay alive, it needs to be used. When it's not being used, its value goes down. Here's something you likely don't know. If you had $50,000 and put it under your bed for 10 years, it would be worth about $30,000 on the market at the end of that time. This happens because prices keep going up. Prices going up, new buildings going up, the cost of living going up, etc. That's what happens when money has nothing to do. Save enough money for an emergency and keep it safe from inflation. Everything else, use it to build things, grow things, and protect your castle. Use the money for the things it was made for. Rule 10, don't spend more than you make. We know this seems like an obvious rule, but we still can't believe how many people don't follow it. There are a lot of people who don't care why they use credit cards for everything. And an even bigger part of this population spends all the money they make. Already, the first ones are going under. The second ones will join them in one more wave. You don't feel like your life is getting better because you can't control how much you want to spend. Money makes these people do bad things. They use bad debt to make themselves slaves. They spent money based on how proud they were and how they felt. Interest has to be paid back on all debts. If you can't pay for it now, you can't pay for it with interest added on. If you don't like budgeting because it makes you feel like a cheapskate, that's fine as long as you still follow the full rule, which is that you can either spend less or earn more. You have a choice. There's nothing wrong with living outside of the norm. As long as you make sure you have a lot of money coming in and that at least some of it goes into a safety net for yourself. You know what you can do if you have a car accident tomorrow and can't work for 6 months. From what we've seen, there are two types of people, those who love to save money and plan ahead, and those who want to go all out. They can both get rich. For those of you who want to get rich the slow and safe way, follow the cash. Tony Robbins wrote Master the Game. For those who would rather put everything on the line for a big payoff, follow MJ DiMarco's The Millionaire Fast Lane. The deluxe.com/free book can be used. To get one of these free books, URL. If you've already read The Richest Man in Babylon, Rule 11, Money is Your Own Army, you can listen to it on Audible. It should go out and bring prisoners back. Billionaire investor Kevin O'Leary kept using this analogy, and now it's part of how we think about money. Your own soldier is every dollar you have. Every morning, you send them out to fight, and some of them will die and some of them will win. Your goal is for more of them to go back home with prisoners. If you think about your freedom soldiers, you'll be much more careful about which troops you lend out. Every time you give someone money, you risk that they'll kill your soldiers and you'll never see them again. Soldiers who would have done a good job for you. Rule 12, the right partner can make you rich, while the wrong partner can make you poor. Some of you asked us why we spent the last 2 Sundays making videos about what to look for in a partner and what this had to do with money. You won't know how expensive it is to be with the wrong person until you're expensive yourself. Not just because divorces are expensive. And if you don't know what you're doing, they'll take half of your crap because the wrong person can hold you down. They are right next to you. They can change what will happen to you. They can help you grow and spread your wings, or they can hold you down. We can't say enough about how important it is to have the right person by your side. Someone you can call your partner who will go on this journey with you. We call it living life with you. You need this person to be strong, know what they're doing, and want the same things as you. For the road ahead of you, which will be full of ups and downs and hard times that no one who isn't fully committed to this journey will be able to get through, find the right person and life will be a wonderful adventure. Rule 13, money will solve all of your money problems, nothing less and nothing more. People seem to think that money can solve every problem. That's right. It can help with most of the problems, but not every single one. Money is like a key that can open a lot of different locks. You also need a roof over your head. You don't have to worry about what you'll eat tonight if you have money. When your kids need school supplies, money will come to the rescue. All of these are about money. Money makes them happy, but it's silly to think that just because you have a key, you can open a locked door. If you're poor, all you see is money problems. Once you get past these, you realize there are other problems where money has little to no power. For example, poor people always judge when someone successful kills themselves because all they see is a lot of money and don't understand how anyone could need anything else. But you can't expect someone with a poor mind to have a rich mind. Rule number 14, there are people who have money and people who are wealthy. This is where things start to get complicated. It sort of works like the next step after the last rule. What does it mean to be rich? How do you know when you're rich? For us, wealth is when the things you want and expect in life match up with what you have. When that happens, you win. But the key is to find the right balance between your emotional, intellectual, physical, and financial lives. It's kind of like getting all the infinity stones of a good life. Some people are lucky if they get even 1 or 2 of the 5. Still, there are some who get really rich. Strange is that these pillars are linked together. When you've been hurt emotionally, it's hard to do well in relationships. If your relationship stinks, it's hard to build a big business, and so on. This is why many rich people are not happy or satisfied with their lives, even though they have a lot of money. Rule number 15, they forgot all about the other pillars. Your rewards in life will always be right in line with what you give. If you've ever wondered why you make as much as you do, this rule is to blame. This is how you figure out how much of a reward someone should get. The more you give, the more you'll get back. If you help 10 people, Lord, your reward will always be less than if you help 1,000,000 people. This is true for everyone, no matter how much money they have. It's what gives something value. You can start making more money right away. If you only follow this rule, then if you want to get more rewards, you need to give more. You can do this by helping more people, making your service better, or coming up with new ways to help. So, this is the end of it, right? Write these 3 things down and go over them every day until you figure out how to use any of them in your life. You'll see a jump in your rewards right away. Any of the 15 rules we've talked about are valuable and strong enough to help people get rich if they know about them and use them. We know this video was long, so we want to take a moment to congratulate you again on the decision you made today. Thank you for making a commitment to your own growth and self-improvement and for choosing us as your partner on this journey. In the comments, you'll find people just like you who want to learn more and get better. That's why we want to know which rules made you feel the most passionate. Since this video is so long, we didn't really think anyone would still be watching at this point. So, here's an extra rule for those of you who are still paying attention. Rule 16, would you rather be tired or poor? It's up to you. We believe this with all our hearts, anyone can be financially successful if they decide to stop being lazy. Most people think that being lazy is the opposite of working hard, but that's not quite the case. If all you had to do was work hard, coal miners or people who put on roofs in July would be the richest people in the world. Instead, being lazy has more to do with your attitude and your choices, like choosing to watch alux instead of a streamer, reading a self-help book instead of reality TV, or sleeping 2 hours less than your friends. So that you can get your project done. If you don't want to be lazy, you have to give up comfort in the present for the possibility of the future. Do the things they don't want to do today if you don't want to be lazy, so that tomorrow you can live the way they can't. We really hope that this bonus made your day worth it. This is probably the best video we've made so far this year, and we can't wait to show it to you. If you watch this whole thing, please leave money rules in the comments. We love it when the community gets involved in this way. We'll talk more in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to read, and don't forget to sign up, so that you don't miss any videos. We also chose these videos for you to watch afterward. Again, thanks, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow.